Hello and welcome to Rathod's IAS. Today in this session, we are going to see current affairs. So why current affairs? So if you are preparing for any competitive examination, for example UPSC, State Public Service Examination, or any competitive examination like Railways Examination, SSC, anything, so current affairs plays a very important role and you will be getting good amount of questions from this current affairs. So you need to be well versed with this current affairs, and for that you have to read one national newspaper every day. So you should not skip newspaper because you will be getting current affairs, and if you read newspaper you will be updated with the current affairs, right? So here first of all we are going to see the Delhi edition of Hindu paper, and we are going to see which are the articles which are important from our examination point of view. And we are going to see the perspectives that you have to think from that dimension. So reading each and every line which is given in newspaper, that will not fetch you anything for UPSC. So you have to do some analysis. So analysis means thinking in that perspective, right? So I am going to give you the perspectives so that will improve your thought process. And apart from that, you are also going to see detailed analysis of very important topics. Okay, so that is the method that we are going to see this Hindu newspaper. So first topic is did not violate diplomatic norms, India tells Canada. So as you all know that relations between India and Canada is not going good, because Canada government gave a statement that so there is India which is behind the killings of Sikh leader in Canada. Okay, so because of this India is not having the good relations with Canada, and there is disturbing of relations with Canada is seen. And here recently even there is issue regarding visa cuts. Okay, visa cuts. So because of this further it will be deteriorating relations between India and Canada. And one more thing here is India did not violate the Vienna Convention on diplomatic relations by asking 41 Canadian diplomats to be repatriated, says Ministry of External Affairs. So recently Indian Ministry of External Affairs, they asked to release 41 Canadian diplomats. Okay, so this article says that here we are not violating this Vienna Convention on diplomatic relations. So here from UPSC point of view, you have to see what is this Vienna Convention. Okay, we have to see what is this Vienna Convention, and you have to see in which areas. So we have cooperation, that is area of cooperation between India and Canada. So it is also very important. And here you can see map of Canada and which are the countries sharing boundary. Which are the countries sharing boundary. And not only that, here you have to see any water bodies are present. Important lakes, important places in Canada, like deserts, mountains, etc. So that you have to see from this map point of view, because you can expect a question regarding this map in your examination. So this is about this topic. And next topic is Prime Minister flags of country's first regional rapid transit system, that is Namo Bharat. Here you have to see RRTS, that is Regional Rapid Transit System. It is Regional Rapid Transit System. So here you have to see what is that exactly. What are the advantages? So how it will improve transport system. So the ways of transport, normally we know some traditional ways, right? Like roadways, we have railways, waterways, and airways. So now we are using metros. And now this is a new method, that is RRTS. So you can get a question like new innovation in the transport system, that is RRTS. So in this context, enumerate the advantages. So enumerate the details. So like that also you can get a question. So for that you have to know the facts regarding this RRTS, regional road transit system, what are the advantages, and all things that you have to know. And even you can expect a question in your prelims regarding this as well. So from prelims and mains point of view, this topic is important. So I hope you got some details like how to read this article, right? And next one is government delay disturbs judicial seniority, says Supreme Court. So this article is talking about appointment of judges. So it is talking about appointment of judges and transfer of judges, appointments and transfer of judges to High Court. So this topic is talking about appointment of judges to High Court and as well as even transfer of judges. So why it is in news? So here we have collegium system. So collegium system will be recommending the names. Collegium system will be recommending the names to be appointed or to be transferred. So here whenever collegium system is recommending the names to government, so government is delaying. Government is delaying this appointment process and as well as transfer process. So what happened? So because of this delay in appointment, what happened? There will be increased vacancy. So whenever there is increased vacancy, that will lead to increased pendency of cases. So whenever there is increased pendency, that will lead to delay of justice. So the best quote is delayed justice is denied justice. That means there is no proper justice delivery system in our country. So what will be the ultimate outcome? So people will be losing the trust among this impaired organs like executive, legislature and judiciary, right? So here this is some important thing, and here you have to see constitutional provisions of appointment of judges, and if you have time you have to open your Lakshmikant and you can see the judges cases, first judge case, second judge case, third judge case and fourth judge case. So in this context you have to know collegium and what are the issues with this collegium system and what is this NJAC Act, why Supreme Court struck down this NJAC Act. So all these things that you have to remember as an UPSC aspirant. So these are the perspectives I am saying. So why can't you think in this way like that? And you can move on to this states page. Yes, in this page you can see one article, that is eradicate manual scavenging, Supreme Court tells center states. So here the key word is manual scavenging. Keyword is, so what is the keyword? Keyword is manual scavenging. So whenever you are talking about this manual scavenging, that means humans, they involved in the removing of excreta and dead animals, dead carcasses, etc. So humans will be involved. So here you have to know what is this manual scavenging and what are the constitutional provisions. So what are the constitutional provisions regarding this manual scavenging? And what are the issues? So because of this manual scavenging, that will lead to the loss of life. It is unsafe work. And you have to see why still this manual scavenging is present in India. So as you all know that India is technologically developed country, I can say, because if you're talking about space technology, we are moving fast. And recently success of Chandrayaan 3 and we are also going to have this Gaganyaan mission. So advanced, so we had much advanced in the space technology, the defense technology, everything. But why can't we provide technology for removing of this drainage waste? Okay, think in that perspective, and you have to think even why still this manual scavenging is present in India. So what are the reasons? Yes, you have to see all those things, and this topic is at most important from your mains point of view, because we can consider this manual scavenging is one of the problem of our society, because still that is present. And if you move on, you can directly see this article. So I found this article somewhat interesting. So forcing children to recite any prayer against free thought. So High Court, that is Kerala High Court, says that forcing or inducing children to write or recite any prayer contrary to their parents' choice at Vidyarambam ceremony will be in contrast to free thought and freedom of belief. Okay, so here child is being initiated into the world of letters as part of Vidyarambam ritual in Kollam in 2022. So actually, whenever you are having the child and whenever we are going to send that child to school, so before that we will do Vidyabhyasam normally. Okay, so it is a ritual that is seen normally in some states, but here in the Kerala it is compulsory. That is this Vidyarambam ceremony. So here High Court says that so it is against free thought of the children and freedom of belief. Okay, so here you have to see right to freedom. So what is this right to freedom? In which article it is present? Actually, this right to freedom which comes under fundamental right, which is present in part 3 of our Indian Constitution. So fundamental right under part 3 of Constitution. So if you are talking about fundamental right, please let me know from which country we got this fundamental rights, from which country we borrowed this fundamental rights, and these are enforceable. These are enforceable in nature and they are not absolute. That means here there can be reasonable restrictions. There can be reasonable restrictions can be imposed by state. And one more thing you have to see here is whenever your fundamental rights is violated, then you have Article 32 which talks about 5 important writs like habeas corpus, mandamus, certiorari, prohibition and quo warranto, and you can directly move to High Court or Supreme Court that your right is violated, your fundamental right is violated. Okay, so this topic is important from your polity which comes under GS paper 2. Clear? And now let us move on. You can move on to this editorial page. So this is article which is talking about India-Canada relations. Okay, so this topic is important from IR, from GS paper 2. So India and Canada headed for even foster season ties after Ministry of External Affairs latest move to decrease the number of Canadian diplomats in India from 62 to 21. So actually Canadian diplomats in India, so they are going to decrease, that is 62 to 21. And New Delhi also made its demand to equalize the number in each other's mission known last month. And not only that, here what happened, so one Canadian national and Khalistani activist, that is Hardeep Singh, he was killed. So here Canada said that, so behind that killing India was present. So because of this, the continuous shortcoming of relations between India and Canada is seen. Okay, that's it. And even Canada said that we are also going to suspend the visas for all Canadians and demanded downsizing of Canadian diplomatic strength. So in retaliation, here India also asked that we are going to reduce the visas for these Canadians, and even we are going to decrease Indian diplomats in Canada. Okay, so because of this, yes, further deterioration of relations will be happening. And here you have to see Vienna Convention. Okay, Vienna Convention. That's it. And if we move on, the next topic is caste, census and its impact on secularism. So this article is at most important. So recently Bihar government released caste census data of Bihar on October 2nd, and from that day onwards lot of debates are going on regarding this caste census, and even in this Sansad TV also there is one debate regarding this caste census, what are the advantages, disadvantages, challenges, everything, and we are going to see that in detail. So that will be more authenticated data. And there is no need of going through this ground zero. And here in this news page there is nothing much important. So most of the articles are political articles actually. So I am searching a lot of time for getting articles only. And next topic, it is about Gaganyaan mission. ISRO is set for first test flight today. So again you have to see what is this Gaganyaan mission. So number of times we had discussion on that, right? And in this world page you can see one interesting article. That is Pakistan and China, they signed 20 deals during Prime Minister Kaka's visit. So as you all know that Pakistan and China, they are all weather friends. That means they are best friends. Okay, in any time. So here they are coming up with 20 deals. Okay, 20 deals. And even you have one idea, I think so. So if you have idea, please text one in the comment box. Like, so BRI had its how many years? How many years of anniversary? Tell me in the comment box. Okay, so because of this recent milestone of BRI, so they are going to enhance cooperation, that is Pakistan and China, they are going to enhance cooperation under this Beijing's backed Belt and Road Initiative. And even they are going to sign about 20 agreements and memorandum of understandings in areas like BRI, infrastructure, mining, industry, green and low carbon development, health, space cooperation, digital economy, development cooperation, export of agricultural produce, etc. So in all these areas, Pakistan and China, they are going to have 20 agreements. So here you have to see what will be the impact on India. You have to think like, so what will be the impact? Because if you see location of India, here we have Pakistan and here we have China. So these two are troubling countries for India. So for example, Pakistan wants entire Jammu and Kashmir. So here China says that. So even we have disputes in eastern sector, central sector and western sector. And when western sector, since 2020 onwards, there is no standoff, complete standoff is seen. Even though we went for more than 20 rounds of talks with China, but there is no result. And China is claiming entire Arunachal Pradesh, and it is coming up with model villages across this India-China border at this Arunachal Pradesh region. So these are some cause of concerns, and whenever these two countries are signing agreements, so what is the impact going to be seen on India? So from that perspective also you have to think. And in this business page, you can see there is one article that is working on lowering government debt. So here you have to focus on the keyword, that is government debt or public debt. So government debt is also called as public debt. So this topic is at most important, and you can get mains and also prelims based question from this area. Clear? So these are some important articles that appear, and now let us try to see the analysis. So I will be going fast now, okay, because I already gave you the perspectives. Okay, now let us see the facts here. So first topic it is about regional rapid transit system. So why it is in news? Our Prime Minister, he flagged country's first RRTS and the name here is Namo Bharat. So you have to remember Namo Bharat. So how can you get a question here is Namo Bharat is in use. What it is? It is related to this RRTS, Rapid Transit System. So Namo Bharat is defining the new journey of new India and new resolutions. Okay, so this is a thing which said by our Prime Minister, and this is the first phase. Will see many areas of Delhi, UP, Haryana and Rajasthan. They are contained in this phase 1. And coming days we are going to have the similar system will be created even in other parts of country, so that we can improve connectivity and we can create new avenues of employment. So how? So whenever we are coming up with any development projects or any infrastructure projects, so any infrastructure or any development projects, what happens? We need labor. Okay, we need workers. So in the workers we can divide them into skilled workers and as well as unskilled workers. So we need skilled and unskilled workers, right? So whenever we are keeping that workers into job, that is nothing but employment creation. And now these people, they will be getting salary. So because of that, we can improve the standard of living of these people, and even it will be helpful for overall development of economy. So it will lead to overall development of the economy. And now let us see some facts regarding this Delhi Meerut. So this RRTS, it is a new rail-based semi-high-speed, high-frequency commuter transit system. So it is new rail-based semi-high-speed, high-frequency commuter transit system. So the design speed is about 180 km/h. And it is a regional development initiative, and it is designed to provide high speed trains for intercity commuting every 15 minutes and going up to a frequency of every 5 minutes when required. So the speed here is 180 km/h, and we are providing high speed trains for communication purpose. Okay, and we can reach the places within less time or within no time, and the frequency for every 5 minutes we will be having one train. So the total of 8 RRTS corridors have been identified for development in the National Capital Region. So in Delhi region, they identified about 8 RRTS corridors, and this is the first one which is started. So 3 RRTS corridors have been prioritized for the implementation in the first phase. So first one is Delhi Ghaziabad Meerut, second one is Delhi Gurugram SNB Alwar, and Delhi Panipat. So this had been started, Delhi to Meerut. And officials in this Housing and Urban Affairs Ministry, they said that this rapid transit system being developed in a country, that is a state-of-art mobility solution, and it is one of the best in the world. So what is the significance? Significance here is we can have seamless connectivity. So here we are integrating with the various modes of transports, like here airways, railways, stations and interstate bus terminals, Delhi metro stations, so that we can provide seamless connectivity in this capital region. And next one is we are focusing on de-urbanization as well. So with the fast connectivity with satellite towns, urbanization burden in the UT of Delhi will be reduced. Okay, so here we are decreasing the traffic congestion. And even when we are using this RRTS, so we can also reduce emissions because we are not using fossil fuels here. And we can also increase in public transport. So whenever there is a fast movement of or fast mode of transportation, then people will be going through this public transport, will be opting this rather than using the private vehicles. So one important problem in this National Capital Territory region is increasing of traffic, and there is increased use of personal vehicles. So people, they are not opting this public transport system. So if you are having this type of innovations, then we can attract people towards this public transport. And next one is time will be less to reach the place, and even traffic decongestion will be conducted. That means we can decrease this traffic jams. And next topic is about government delay disturbs judicial seniority. So this article which is talking about delay in the appointments and transfers of High Court judges. So already collegium which had been recommended the names, but from the appointment process, yes, there is delay. So now let us see some facts regarding this appointment of High Court judges. So Article 217 of Indian Constitution, which states that the judge of High Court shall be appointed by the President in consultation with Chief Justice of India and the Governor of State. So here, who will appoint this High Court judges? So High Court judges will be appointed by the President, so don't confuse with the Governor here. So Governor has no role, but he will be consulted before appointing the High Court judges. So in case of consultation here, so High Court judges, they are recommended. So the names will be recommended by collegium system. And this collegium system which includes CJI and 2 senior most judges in case of appointment of judges to High Court. And here the proposal will be initiated by Chief Justice of that so and so High Court, and he will be consulting 2 senior most colleagues or the judges, and recommendation will be sent to the Chief Ministers, and he advised the Governor to send the proposal to Union Law Minister. And here later on, Chief Justice of High Court is appointed as per policy, having the Chief Justices outside the respective states, and they will be coming up with finalizing the list of the names. And what are the issues involved here in this appointment process? So it is a cumbersome process. That means there are inordinate delays in the appointments of High Court judges. So there are delays in this appointment of High Court judges, and depleting the numbers in the higher judiciary, that will threaten to affect the justice delivery system. So whenever there is justice delivery is delaying, what happens? There will be the denied justice for the people. And even whenever this justice delivery system is late or delay, even there will be increasing of prisons in inmates, that means prison inmates in prisons, like prisoners in the prisons, so that we can see overcrowding of prisons. So this will be also one interconnected problem. And there is also lack of transparency. The absence of formal criteria has multiple worrying implications. Presently, there is no structured process to investigate if a judge who is recommended by the collegium has any conflict of interest. So, if you are talking about the process which is used by this collegium system for recommending the names to these judges of High Court and transfer of High Court judges, so there is no transparency. So, this is also one important issue. And next one is there is important problem here is improper representation. So collegium system structurally tends to favor particular sections of society. Okay, so because of this, what happened? We can see there is improper representation. And next one is there is also increased vacancy in high courts. So whenever this appointment process is delayed, yes, that will also lead to increasing of vacancy. So because of this increasing of vacancy, that will lead to the further delay in justice, and that will also lead to the higher pendency of cases as well. So this is about this topic. And next one is eradicate manual scavenging. Supreme Court tells center and states. So here you have to focus on Manual Scavengers Rehabilitation Act of 2013. Manual Scavenging Rehabilitation Act of 2013. This is very important. And your homework is you have to let me know some important details regarding this Manual Scavenging Act. So here Supreme Court said that here there is a claims of fraternity. Fraternity is nothing but brotherhood. Where you can see this word fraternity in our polity. So please let me know in the comment box. So what is exactly the meaning of fraternity? And next one is equality. Fraternity, equality and dignity among the citizens. remain a mere illusion if a sizable section of society is forced to enter sieves and lie and die trapped in them even a decade after outlawing the inhuman practice of manual scavenging. So we came up with this banning of manual scavenging in 2013 because of this Manual Scavenging Prevention Act. But even though till now, yes, the deaths regarding this manual scavenging is going on, it's all happening. Okay, so here we have to, if we want to ensure brotherhood, fraternity, equality and dignity, yes, we have to stop this manual scavenging. So this is the thing which mainly said by Supreme Court, and Supreme Court directed state government and central government to stop this manual scavenging as soon as possible. And because of this, government took a step like, so not government, here Supreme Court took a step like, so here we have to increase the compensation. So if there is any sewage death, earlier it used to be like 10 lakh should be provided, now that increased to 30 lakh rupees. So what is the meaning of this manual scavenging? So manual scavenging refers to the practice of manually cleaning, handling, disposing of human excreta and other waste materials from dry latrines, open drains and sewers. So manual scavenging is nothing but here manually we are cleaning the drains. We are cleaning or handling the human excreta, animal death carcasses, etc. So that is called as manual scavenging. So earlier, scheduled caste people, they used to carry this excreta on their heads. Okay, so it was like caste based discrimination that used to be seen in the history. But till now here this manual scavenging is going on. So in India, manual scavenging has been long standing issue, although it has been officially banned since 1993. So since 1993 we have banned, but even though still this manual scavenging is seen and even the deaths because of this manual scavenging are recorded. So what are the constitutional safeguards or legal provisions for manual scavenging? So if you are talking about this constitutional safeguards, so we have Article 14, Article 17, Article 21, Article 23. So Article 14 talks about equality before the law and equal protection of laws. So it is equality before law and equal protection of the laws. And Article 17 talks about abolition of untouchability and the prohibition of its practice any form. So we have to prohibit untouchability. And this one is Article 21 talks about right to life and personal liberty. And Article 23 talks about human trafficking and forced labor. So these are the constitutional provisions which are present in our constitution, which talks about yes, there should be end to this manual scavenging, but still it is going on. So there are also some legal provisions like acts like manual scavenging and their Rehabilitation Act of 2013. So it is one of the main legal legislation or main legal thing which aims to prohibit manual scavenging in India. And even it will be prohibiting employment opportunities in this manual scavenging sector as well. So what are the reasons why there is still continuance of this manual scavenging is happening? So if you see the reasons, the first and the foremost thing here is there is insufficient sewage management system. There is insufficient sewage management system. So most municipalities, they do not have latest machines. So they do not have the latest machines for cleaning the sewage system, and that sewage workers are required to enter underground sewage lines through manholes. Yes, there is insufficient sewage system. So because of this improper drainage system, so we can't use technology. So here humans, they will be going into these manholes and they will be cleaning these manholes. And even unskilled laborers, so they are much cheaper to hire and we can employ them on contract basis. So because of this, yes, manual scavenging is still prevalent. And this one is caste-based social hierarchy. So manual scavenging is historically associated with scheduled caste people on the lines of unclean and polluting. So that is going on, that is continuing. And next one is there is lack of alternative livelihood opportunities. So whenever these people, if they want to do another job, so because of this lack of opportunities, yes, they have to do the same work. And many manual scavengers, they are trapped in the cycle of poverty and exclusion. So because of this, they do not have the proper access to education, skill development program, so that they can't find any alternative livelihood options. So these are some important problems. And apart from this, even there is a lack of economic alternatives forces them to continue engaging in this manual scavenging for survival. So for survival of their life, yes, they have to do this work. And I want to give you one mains question, I hope you can see. That is Rashtriya Garima Abhiyan is a national campaign to option A, that is rehabilitate the homeless and destitute persons and to provide them with suitable sources of livelihood. And this one is release the sex workers from their practice and provide them alternative source of livelihood. And the third one here is eradicate the practice of manual scavenging and rehabilitate the manual scavengers. And next one is release the bonded laborers from their bondage and rehabilitate them. So please let me know which is the correct answer for that question in the comment box. Don't forget. And next topic is the politics of caste census, its impact on secularism. So this topic is at most important, and this year, yes, you can get question regarding this census for sure. Because of this 2021 census, which had been delayed because of this COVID-19 pandemic, and even phase 1 study which has not been started. So because of this, there are a lot of articles in the newspaper regarding this caste based or the census which appeared, so that you can get a question regarding this caste census in next year paper soon. So here if you say this caste census, what is the meaning of this caste census? It is nothing but a comprehensive enumeration and collection of demographic and socio-economic information on the Indian population. Okay, it is nothing but it is enumeration and it is collection of demographic and socio-economic information on Indian population. So what is the aim of this caste census? It is to understand complex societal structures, and we are capturing inequalities, and even we are providing the data for policy formulations. So for all these things, yes, this data will be very helpful. And if you see the merits, so it will be helpful for better policy making. So if you want to come up with any policy for the betterment of the people to take some affirmative action, yes, we need data. That data we can get from this caste census. And we can also enumerate the marginalized people. So a caste census would actually bring to the particular number of people who are at the margins or who are deprived, or the kind of occupations they pursue, or the kind of hold that institutions like caste have on them. So here we can enumerate the marginalized people, and also this will reveal the data regarding the privileged sections of society. Okay, so the caste, it is not only the source of disadvantage, and even it is a source of privilege and advantage in our society as well. And to address prevalent inequalities, so unequal distribution of wealth, resources and education has led to the shortage of purchasing the power. Okay, because of this, what happens, certain caste people, they are not doing good in the education, health sector, etc. So that government can take steps to make them move forward. And next one here is constitutional mandate. In our constitution, article 340, which mandates appointment of a commission to investigate the conditions of socially and educationally backward classes, so that we can make recommendations as to the steps that should be taken by the government. So here article 340 even says that, yes, our constitution itself is saying that we have to investigate conditions on socially and economically backward classes. So if we are conducting this type of census, then we can understand the study. And this one is caste does not marginalize. So we need to do away with the ideas of caste being applicable only to disadvantaged people, poor people, people who are somehow lacking. It does not marginalizing. And this one is to burst the myths. Like there are a lot of myths which actually deprives a large number of people, particularly on margins. So to burst the myths also, this data is very important. And to reduce inclusion and exclusion errors, so with accurate data of caste, so most backward caste can be identified. And Supreme Court has time and again asked governments to provide the data related to the caste. However, this has not been possible due to non-availability of the data. Okay, and even this data will be helpful for policy making, and it is also helpful for judicial backing, right? So now let us see what are the challenges. So this is the data which I collected from this Bihar caste census. So in this caste census data, you can see there are about 250 notified caste people in different caste in Bihar, and Hindus include 10% and Muslims 4.8%, and 36% are extremely backward classes, and 27% backward classes, and 21% okay, we have STs, and 19.7% STs, and this STs percentage is very less, that is 1.7% of STs. Okay, so this is about this topic, and if you are combining both STs and STs, that will be around 21%, scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. So if you are talking about challenges, yes, we have some repercussions of this caste census. So caste has an emotive element, and thus there exists the political and social repercussion of the caste census. So there is social and emotive element or perspective. And caste is a context specific. So caste has never been a proxy for class or deprivation in India. So even this caste, which constitutes a distinct kind of embedded discrimination that often transcends the class. For example, if you see the people who are coming from this Dalit community, so their last names less likely to be called for job interviews, right? Even their qualification, if it is better than the others also, yes, they will be not going to be called in interviews because of this caste names. And this one is 50% of breach. So, Supreme Court in the famous judgment, that is Indra Sahani versus Union of India, Supreme Court declared that so reservations can be provided by the state, and that reservation should not be more than 50%. But if you take this extremely backward class, scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, so it will be more than 50%. So this is the one cause of concern or challenge. And next topic is working on lowering government debt, says our finance minister. So this topic is important from your economy point of view. So here this government debt is also called as public debt. You have to know that. So now let us see context why it is in news. So government is looking to reduce this public debt. Okay, government is looking to reduce its overall debt levels and has consciously chosen not to be profligate about spending so as not to burden future generations. So we should not burden the future generation, so that we have to address this debt levels. We have to decrease this debt levels. So if you see details, it says that here our finance minister emphasized that yes, there is a need for global food, fertilizer and fuel supplies. So fertilizer we are getting from other countries, we are getting this fuel from other countries, that is we are importing. So it does not become an instrument of war and disruption. Okay. So here it says that yes, we are getting these things from other countries. So because of this, debt is increasing. So here the impact of terrorism had now become a factor that investors needed to weigh and making the decisions apart from the country's economic openness and policies. So actually what happened, the issue here is investments. So the issue here is investments. So when can we get the better investments? So whenever we are having the peace and safety and security that we are ensuring in the country, then we can attract investments. But if you see India location, we have Pakistan on west and we have China on east. So two monsters they are present and they are not allowing us to maintain this peace and security in our country, right? So because of this reason, yes, we are not going to get good investments. Okay, so this is the thing which mainly said. So investments nowadays are not based on the policies of the countries or economic openness, but it is based on safety and security of the country. And this government's debt might not be as high as it is when we are comparing with the other countries. So our finance minister said that yes, we are going to clear this debt. And if you see the percentage, so if you are comparing with the other countries, so India's debt is less. So here you have to know some facts regarding this public debt. It is very important. So in Indian context, public debt includes the total liabilities of the union government that have to be paid from the consolidated fund of India. So in Indian context, public debt, so public debt is includes like nothing but, so the total liabilities of union government. So it is the total liabilities of union government and that have to be paid from consolidated fund of India. So from consolidated fund of India, so what are the total liabilities are there that to be paid? That will come under this public debt. And the term which is also used to refer to overall liabilities of central and state government. So the overall liabilities of central and state government which comes under this public debt. So the union government clearly distinguishes its debt liabilities from those of the states. And even if you see your liabilities of both union government and it is called as general government debt or consolidated government debt. Okay, so it is a debt of union government. So union government which relies heavily on market borrowings to meet its operational and developmental expenditure. So if it wants to expenditure more or if you want to get money, so it will focus on market borrowings. And the study of this public debt involves a study of various factors, for example debt to GDP ratio, and we will focusing on sustainability and sources of this government debt. Okay, and if you see the fact that almost a fourth of government expenditure which goes to interest payment. So what are the debt that we are getting? So we have to pay interest, right? That interest is 1/4. Okay, which explains the magnitude of liabilities of union government. Okay, so this is about some facts regarding this public debt. So that's all. So these are very important articles that appeared in our today's Hindu newspaper, and this is our analysis. And many students, they are asking me where can I get this PDF of this class. Okay, so where can I get this class notes? So for class notes, you can join this Telegram channel, that is Rathod's IS classes, and even in the description box also we are providing the link. So you can join this so that you can get PDF of this class, and whenever we are posting the video, you will be getting updates also in this Telegram channel. And this is our Rathod's IS Academy YouTube channel. You have to subscribe to this channel so that you will be getting the notifications in YouTube. And this is our Rathod's IS Academy website. So this is the home page. So here you can see courses, syllabus, book list, free downloads, test series. So in this downloads you can download NCRTs, and the book list you can get the book list separately for the prelims, mains and optional. And here you can get the separate syllabus for mains, prelims and optional. And you have to click on login register if you are visiting to our website for the first time. So after clicking on that, so this page will be opened. So you should not give your mail ID and password directly. So you have to click on do not have account and you have to register. So after once you register, you can use the mail ID and password, and you can click on this course list, and these are the courses that we are offering in our Rathod's IS Academy. So if you want to watch the demo video, so you can click on the play course so that 3 demo videos will be opened. Okay, and this is our ethics, and we are going to start live ethics course from October 30 onwards. So there we are going to have the detailed explanation of concepts along with the real life examples. That will be the two-way conversion, and we are going to see each and every sub part in your syllabus, and we are going to have mains answer writing practice of ethics, and also we are going to have the case study practice as well. And one more thing here is we are also focusing on second ARC reports. Okay, and one more thing is we are going to complete that course within 45 to 50 hours. The cost of this course is 5,000 rupees. Okay, so try to join that course so that you will be getting insights regarding this ethics. And one more thing I want to say here is, if you are not attending the live, you will be also getting the recorded class of that. And the cost will be around 5,000 rupees. Okay, so try to join this course before Dasra vacation so that this offer will be provided to you. And next one is, we are also having this daily mains answer writing course. So if you are facing problem in daily mains answer, yes, you can join this course to improve your answer writing skills. And we are going to start prelims booster course in the first week of November, first or second week of November. So there we will be providing you the prelims test series and daily practice of prelims and the schedule, and you will be having the live interactions with the mentors. So everything will be there. So the cost will be around 4,000 to 5,000. That is going to be started in the first week of November. So you can join that also if you are facing problem in clearing prelims. And next one here is, we are also providing this foundation course for your 2024 and 2025. So for 2024 and 2025, we have this foundational course as well. So here each and every topic which is discussed from basic to advanced level. So it is a combination of both recorded plus live classes. So here you can also get detailed analysis of the syllabus, and here you can see the topics are discussed along with the previous questions also, like prelims and mains, and they will be giving you the idea like how to write mains also. And one more thing here is, it also includes prelims test series, mains answer writing, mains test series and prelims booster course. So everything A to Z is included here. So cost here is 45,000 rupees for 2 years. So if you want to pay this amount in installments, you can get installment facility also. And if you want to pay in one go, you will be getting additional 10% of discount on this 45,000 rupees. So validity is 2 years, and you will be getting a mentor, dedicated mentor. They will be giving you the support. So this is about this course, and try to enroll this course if you are facing problem in understanding the concept to get mentor support, or if you are a beginner. So this is very advantageous course. So by this I am concluding. That's all for today. So if you really like this class, hit the like button and share this video to your friends as well. And do subscribe to Rathod's IAS Academy. Thank you so much.